Well, good morning everyone and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now I said today I'd do some Phragmipediums, but I can't do some of them, so I'll single one out, and these are the Phragmipedium Grande. I'll just talk about this one, and if all goes alright I might just take one out of its pot, just have a look at the roots, seeing as it's been on the drip system for 4 or 5 weeks, and see what's happening. Might have been more than 4 or 5 weeks, might be a couple of months now, but just let's have a look at these Phragmipedium Grande. Well, these Phragmipedium Grandes are, what did I say, the hybrids between Caudatum and Longifolium. Now, to put you into picture on the Caudatum, they're not the easiest ones to grow. They like all Phragmipediums, originate from the north of South America into Mexico and places like that. But these are what's described as primary hybrids, and they are both coming into spike, one there and one here. Now Caudatum grows, it can either be terrestrial, it can be lithotype, or it could be epiphyte, which very few Phragmipediums can be epiphytes, but the Caudatum part can be. The Longifolium are also be terrestrial or lithotype, but they are never, as far as I know, epiphytes. Caudatum in these and the Longifolium have been used in hybridizing many Phragmipediums. Most of the Caudatum have been crossed with Bessiae and a multitude of crosses from all over the place. But these are very easy growing, beautiful plants. I've had them for many years. I've got rid of a lot. I've grown them up. I've grown them up into big specimens where they've had 5 or 6 spikes at a time. But now I'm down to just 4 or 5 plants. As far as temperatures go, they like a temperature between, say, 20 degrees centigrade and 30 degrees centigrade. But any higher than that, and you must always remember, what you've got to do with these is keep the roots cool. I can't emphasise that enough. And the only difference between the Caudatum, which is one parent, and that likes a minimum temperature around about 12 degrees, but the Longifolium minimum temperature can be around 6 degrees. So combining the two, you get the Grande, which will stand complete deviance in temperatures. I mean, at the moment in the house it's 29 degrees centigrade, and in here it's 38.2 at the moment. I've got all the doors wide open, the windows wide open, and 3 big fans on, and it's still that temperature in here, which is unusual for this part of the country. Some little black things in there, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. So the flowers to these are absolutely beautiful. You know, the sepals at the side of the lip go right down, and when they touch something at the bottom, they'll stop growing. And for those who don't know, that the long petals touching the ground allow insects to crawl up them, to get into the flower and to pollinate them. So that's a wonderful piece of nature, I think. You know, how does a flower know that who its pollinators are and how to accommodate it? But these old Phragmipediums do, they grow long petals right down to the bottom, cease growing when they touch something, and up crawls the insects, whether they're ants or whatever they are, to pollinate the plant. Now I've potted these up in bark, just 1 or 2 centimetre bark, and a few grow stones. Oh, excuse me. And what they must have, these Phragmipediums, is good, clean water. I know lots of people stand them in water, in 2 inch of water, but that water really, to make a good job, should be changed not twice a week, it should be changed every single day, because they do like good, clean water, and they love oxygen. So this is why the drip system, well, before I go into that, where they come from, it's always damp. They always grow near water, on cliff faces, where there's running water down, and they grow near streams where the roots go into the water. And that's one way that they keep the roots cool. They're always in running water, and the running water has oxygen, so that it does the plants good. So my drip system is getting towards what they will get through in the wild, because it's a good clean water they're going in, the water's in the pots, it gets changed all the time, and it gets plenty of oxygen. So I don't think the roots should be rotting, but we'll have a look and see. So which one should we have a look at? Let's have a look which got the most growth. This one has got 1, 2, 3 little growths at the front. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 little growths at the front. So we'll have a look at this one. Right, see the water leaking out from the bottom of the pots? Well, before I can take it out of the pot, I'll have this to turn over. There we are. So we'll take the label out, Phragmipedium Grande. Give it a good squeeze. I know it's coming up in flower, but I'll just show you that it doesn't affect the plant at all. Right, here we go. Wow. I just don't think I need to take the bark off. I'll just get the camera. You can see the new growing tips coming out of the bark. And over here, but we'll just take some of the bark off and we'll have a look. I don't want to damage anything. You see there's new ones there. Might be better if I just stand it up like this so you can see. There we are. You see all the new roots growing through there. Down here. More here, more new roots here. New roots all over the place. New roots coming out there. Ah, it's lovely, isn't it, to see? I'll have to keep looking at it with the camera and not my eyes. I keep getting taken away. Well, not taken away. My sight keeps to be diverted because I want to look at the the roots, but it takes me I take the camera off the plant itself. But those roots are fantastic. You can see the growth here. Whoops. New growth there. A new one there. This is where it's flowering from. You can see the spike or the bud's going to come up in the middle. It'll come up on a long spike. So I think that's successful. And the beauty about this drip system, I mean, I fed them with the fish blood and bone in May, I haven't fed them at all since, and I'm not going to feed them again until next November. But I'm just going to keep them watering 24/7, and these roots then should be fantastic. I mean, they're pretty good now, but I wonder if they can get much better. Anyhow, we'll pop this one up again. Well, we'll just have a look at the roots from a different angle before we repot it again. Very nice. Love it. Anyhow, we'll repot this up now. So be very careful repotting this up, because I don't want to cause much harm to the new root growth. Very easy, they're very, very brittle, so if I knock it too much, then I'm going to knock them off. So let's hope this goes in nice and perfectly. There we are. And start filling it up. And I'm not dropping the bark in from a great height neither. I just want to be very, very gentle with this one. Just tap it very gently as well, because even a slight abrasion against these root tips could knock them off. I know there's a lot of root tips on it, but I just don't want to break any. I'll lift the plant up just a touch. Just a little low down. Be very gentle on the patting as well. There we are. And as I've said before, if you're growing Phragmipediums, always make sure you keep the roots cool and the water clean, and you can't go wrong. The most important thing of keeping Phragmipediums: clean water, cool roots. Clean water, cool roots, and guaranteed success. And not too much fertiliser. Although I know people who grow these at 1,000 parts per million. They get beautiful blooms, but the plants look bloody awful. Sorry about the language. The leaves look terrible. So you know what I mean anyhow. I mean, I like the blooms, don't get me wrong, that's what we grow orchids for, but I like the leaves just as much as the blooms. Just give this another gentle pat. Get all the gaps in the substrate filled up. That's fine. I'll get some more in here, what we've got left. Just at the back. Just to make sure everything's nicely covered up. That's it. Put the label back in, get it back on the drip system, and next time you see this one, it'll be flowering. So thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you think I deserve it, give us a thumbs down if you think I deserve that. Well, thank you to all my subscribers, Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.